dramatic time lapses. Those were actually from yesterday. I'm going to show you the time lapse from today because the smoke has changed direction a bit and could be drifting our way. More on that in a second. First, let's talk about today. Look at the number down there for Pacifica in the 60s. Come on up the coastline. We'll look at some of the microclimates here across San Francisco. And as you work your way up the coastline and we kind of check out some of the other numbers, look where we were for daytime highs today. And make note of this because we're about to start warming up. Numbers are going to come higher, even here in the city. We got 72 for Daly City. And by the way, the one that sits back here, the one that I've labeled the Mint, that is the official weather station for San Francisco. It actually sits at the old Mint there on Market Street. So every time we quote a number for San Francisco, this is the location in the city. This is the microclimate that best represents what the general and the official number is for the city. It's quite different than this one, obviously. You can see the number there for Ocean Beach, and it's different than the one over here as well for the Embarcadero. All right, let's take a look ahead because we've got to see what's coming our way for tomorrow and then the transition into Saturday. Tomorrow's going to be a lot like today. So you're basically going to feel just like this. Go ahead and pick out your part of the bay. These numbers are almost identical to the ones that you did today, but this is Friday. Saturday, we're going up like 7 degrees from here. So if we keep that high view on the map, I'm going to lose the numbers, and I'm going to replace it. We're going to switch out the color contours now, and watch what happens on Saturday. Going to get a bit hotter here. That was a quick, jarring transition, and when we put the numbers on, here's the best example. For Friday, you're right around 90 over here for the inland East Bay. By Saturday, you've gone up about 7 degrees. Now, that is enough to notice a difference. I don't think we're going to have heat advisories issued by the National Weather Service for this on Saturday, and we're certainly not talking about records or heat wave. But you're going to notice the difference because it's from one day to the next. Let's get down to the South Bay. Your temperatures, your averages for San Jose would be low 80s this time of year. You're going to be in the upper 80s on Saturday, and you are doing low 80s today. So you will feel it here in the Santa Clara Valley. Remember the numbers we were just looking at for the city? The official number for San Francisco today was not in the 70s. And that's the official forecast for that weather station at the Mint in the 70s by the time we get to Saturday. So when you get to the low 70s in San Francisco, you notice a day like that. It's not terribly hot, but we've done a couple of days like this lately. But I think the main story about this, and where I want to get your attention, is the fact that I just want you to know it's going to feel different when we get to Saturday. You'll see in the 7-day forecast, we're going to kind of hang out there for a little while too. Let's talk about those fires. So the Garnet fire is this one over here. And if we can keep the view on the monitor now, while we look at the Garnet fire here, but we also bring in the time lapse that I've got in that monitor back there, watch the plume of smoke that was coming off of that. And when you look up towards the top of it, you're going to see these big white puffy edges that start shooting out near the top. So not as impressive as yesterday's pyrocumulus cloud, but still enough that this is a problem for us. Come on in for a close-up look at this. I just want you to see the monitor now. That's the plume of smoke that's coming off of the Garnet fire out there. You see where we are? And when we play this, look at the direction the smoke's moving. That's different. It has shifted from where it was yesterday. It's not coming directly at us. I don't even think we're necessarily going to get a big inundation of smoke from that. And when we visualize it differently, you can see the heat signature coming off of it. And you can watch the future cast on the smoke. Some of that gets pulled our way. Doesn't look terrible, but we're probably in for a little more noticeable haze in our sky from that than we've had. And just one last review on that. I can show you what that looks like on the virtual set. We'll keep our eye down over where that fire is. And when we put the smoke future cast on here, watch the plume, same story. The general flow in the atmosphere is letting some more of that just kind of bleed our way, just a little bit. So maybe a little bit more of haze as we go into the weekend. So the two things are also going to happen simultaneously on Saturday. Our temperatures are going to go up. And we're also going to see a little more haze in the sky, kind of that classic undesirable combination of summer where we get a little more smoke in the sky and the temperatures go up. So what happens after Saturday? Sunday, we come down a couple of degrees, and then we just sit there. And we're going to be locked into that. Now, that's going to be warmer than what we've been doing. It's not like it's a prolonged stretch of intense heat, but those numbers in the low to mid-90s for our inland microclimate for most of the 7-day forecast, those are about 5 degrees above average. We haven't done a whole lot of that, where you get a long stretch of days where we just lock in above average. And that's what much of next week looks like. So maybe start gearing yourself up for some warmer days. Nothing crazy, but warmer than you've had.